Here's live.
All right, Shalawam. We the brothers from the GMS New Orleans coming back at you with another lesson. Prior to getting started, as we always do, we like to give infinite honors and prayers to
YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham.
double honors to the elders and apostles who agree Millstone. Salutation to the Occams that's pushing the truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this video will be edifying first and foremost to the whole elect, then to those that cleave to the body. We want to get in a lesson today based on they got something in the background, just ignore the noise. But we want to get into a lesson today based on learning how to walk on eggshells. All right, walking carefully for the Lord, admonishing, watching the things that you're doing in the path in which our feet take us. Give me that where it says we're going the path of your feet. All right, knowing which your feet is a reference into your mind, man. Keeping the path of your goings. The Lord gave us a direction of traveling and a way that when we're traveling, we can take heed to the direction we're traveling in, man. Understanding where we're going and what we're doing. So as men of the Lord and servants of the Lord, to be obedient to the Lord is to follow the Lord. And we have directions on following the Lord, man. So we ought to walk on eggshells and not crack the eggs, man. You know, this is just a little admonishment for brothers in case you know they having issues walking or learning how to walk in the truth, man. But you got something? Go ahead, bring it up.
Proverbs, in the book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verse 26, it says, "Ponder the path of thy feet."
Yeah, ponder, meaning to brainstorm, all right, the goings, right? The goings in the way that the Lord would have you go. To ponder mean to think really hard, man. Brainstorming is another level of thinking, man. So when the Lord say ponder, all right, meaning what? To watch carefully, give a close eye into the way that you're going, man. This is ridiculous, bro. Okay, go ahead.
It says, "Ponder the path of thy feet, and let all thy ways be established."
Right, and let all your ways be established. All right, and the way that you ponder that is to commit your works unto the Lord, that He will establish your thoughts. Because the only way to walk is with established thoughts. Because your heart go before your feet, man. Your feet is your goings. All right. So if you ponder and brainstorm right, which is in righteousness, there's only one way to walk when you're righteous, man, and that's righteousness. You got something? I got that word ponder. Go ahead, get it.
It's ponder in blue letter, and it's H6424. It says to weigh, to make level, to balance.
Yeah, to balance, to make level with stability. It says wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our time in Isaiah 33:6. All right, but in order to be stabilized in Jacob's trouble, you got to be stabilized now, man. You can't skip the process of stabilization, man. A rooted, grounded man that's rooted and grounded in the truth, he's rooting and grounding himself now, so he wouldn't be plucked up later, man. Right. All right, that's it. Level.
To weigh out.
He's rooted and grounded, so when things get to happening in the truth or in his life, nothing will happen to him, man. You just not rooted. That's why the parable about the seed, man. All right, and that's how many guys come about in this thing, man. Some of them be around for a time, and then when things happen, whether in his lifetime or in the truth, they wither away. All right, they get washed away, man. All right. Go ahead.
Give me you got something? Bring out what you got. Give me
This is Surah 18:27. A wise man will fear in everything, and in the day of sinning, he will beware of offense, but a fool will not observe the time.
Go ahead.
And as the brother's going into this lesson, walking on eggshells. In this walk, you got to look at all things spiritually and look at all the pitfalls of the flesh, of the world that you can fall into. And as it says, a wise man will fear in everything. Hey, when a situation comes your way that isn't conducive to the scriptures or what the law, statutes, and commandments say, hey, as it says, he will beware of offense. But if you don't take heed of these things and fail these tests, as it says, but a fool will not observe the time and walk on into what? A calamity, and possibly that could be the time you die. The judgment.
Yeah. So we gotta observe in the time It's also watching, right? In order to watch, if you go anywhere, man, you gotta watch where you going, man. Even a blind man watch where he going, right? Jake be like, oh, he blind, he can't see where he going. Well, how is he getting to his destination? Whether he using that stick, he using some type of guidance that he's trusting in, man. And we guide ourselves. We can see, right? And we also have the wisdom to show, to walk down a path for us, man.
And we also got the path of what the YAHAWASHI laid down through the elders, man. The elders
right.
way before us, and they made the path that we must follow. Don't start making your own goddamn path, all right? That can end up bad for you, man. I didn't see guys do that. It's good to tell you about the person that trying to come up some other way, man. There's only one way that you must go. That's through the path of the door, all right? That you must follow, man. This yeah.
I got a precept back.
Go ahead. I was looking for something. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Go ahead.
This Psalms 119, and I'm gonna get straight to the point. In 34, it reads, "Give me understanding, and I shall keep thy law. Yea, I shall observe it with my whole heart." Is the point. Make me go in the path of thy commandments.
Yeah, make me go in the path of thy commandments. So the path of the commandments are true, man. They are the way, all right? And you must maintain yourself while in this captivity, man. There's no way outside of it. Anything outside of it is perverted and wickedness, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Look, it says, "For therein do I delight."
So therein do I delight. What's the other one? I'm just gonna paraphrase it. If the Lord didn't basically lead these scriptures of the truth to us, we would have been at Sodom and Gomorrah. What I said? It's Isaiah. I just roughly paraphrase it.
I got it for you if you want it.
Yeah, bring it out real fast.
This is this is the one that's like left under a small remnant.
Right.
Okay. This is Isaiah 1:7, or 1:9. Except Yahawah of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah.
Yeah, that's everything, man. That's the Lord didn't leave the truth, the law, such commandments. If the Lord didn't set for us guides, man, teachers, all right, men of the Lord, man, the apostles, we'd have been gone the fuck off, man. We'd have been like scripture, that Sodom and Gomorrah would have been through, man. All right, but he set forth a way for us to be led. All right, and it's not a pride thing, because you got guys. I'm self-taught. Who taught you the truth? Oh, I taught myself the truth. You gotta be under men, man. Holy, righteous men. All right, that must show you the way of how to be a man of the Lord. Show you the way of how to obtain sound doctrine in these scriptures and to live by. All right, because we must live this truth. When these cameras go off, you gotta live it. Day in and day out. All right? Go ahead, Al.
Going back to what you were saying at the beginning about pondering your steps, that includes knowing, the men around you, the men that's teaching you. You got to ponder, okay, if I follow this guy right here, he believes in the flat earth. This guy doesn't believe in the name of the Lord. This guy such and such. That's going to lead to my destruction. You got to consider these things before you just start following any and everybody, because that's part of your steps.
You got niggas. Yeah, you got niggas that say, I don't think it's conducive to go on the highways and byways. We can just do this studio thing. You gotta start wondering. I gotta get the fuck around this nigga. Yeah. The long run of this shit ain't gonna go right, man. This nigga believes in mermaids, man. This nigga believes that Adam had no belly button. I gotta get the fuck. You know?
This guy believes the heathen can be saved.
Yeah, Esau ain't gonna be destroyed. You gotta consider those things, man.
That's why the cliche of walking on eggshells is this.
Mm-hmm.
It says to be extremely cautious about one's words or actions. So when we be cautious of the Lord's word, which is YAHAWASHI, he's the director, man. All right. Now, the Lord gave us him for a direction that we may not err off the path. But a lot of men take their own course of action, man. Mm-hmm. They use their own judgment. It says an example walking on eggshells to be very careful or quiet, usually because you don't want to make someone angry. Now, we know if we don't follow the words of the Lord gonna get angry. But we know the capabilities of the Lord when he get angry. What he'll do. The Lord got angry one time and killed everybody on the earth except saving 8 people.
Right.
So how much more that we have the Lord's word and we don't follow the word? How much more you're a detriment unto yourself, man?
Yeah, like I always bring up, I forget the name of these type of movie productions, but they got the movie production sites where the director gives everybody their script and they know down the line when they're gonna die. Then there's those movie sites where it's kind of like if you watch the sitcom, the show Power, they got the perfect site to get the best out of each actor. Those sites, the script that they got, when you come in to do the work, they only give you your script right then and there. And you don't know if you're gonna die. You don't know if your character's gonna die. What? So what do it do to the actors? It gives the best out of them so they don't get cut.
It frighten them.
Yeah, frighten because they're walking on eggshells. They're gonna get the best production out of them, the best scenes, the best emotions out of them, and everything. But when you have the guys that have their script already, the full script, it's like us knowing that we the elect. Nigga ain't gonna go out there, man. Nigga gonna sit at the house and chill.
Yeah, we ain't gonna do nothing.
Ain't gonna do nothing. Look at Jake. Jake already got ADD and be fucking off. But that's the Lord. The Lord gave us that type of script to where you don't know. You gotta hope for salvation. You gotta walk on eggshells to get the best out of us. All right, day in and day out. You have to move like that, man.
I'm gonna say this too. Even that the Lord have given us this blessed glory and this what it says, this wisdom in earthen vessels or whatnot. You know, just because the Lord gave us the breakdowns of Revelation and Esdras, man, you know, it's not conducive. We can't just say we finished, man. You know, we can't just walk around as if I got the breakdowns. I'm good, man. You know, I can make miscues and have mistakes, which I'm not one to impose or advocating the brother, hey, man, go out there and not try to make mistakes. But you got to try to go out there and not make mistakes, man.
You ain't gonna be perfect.
You ain't gonna be perfect, but you got to go try not to make mistakes either, brother.
Yeah.
You can't just go in there and be content. A lot of J's be content with their mistakes because they're like, oh, I got the truth. I got enough leverage and leeway now that I can have some error here and there. But it says, clears down me from secret faults, right? And keep thy servant from presumptuous sins, man. Which, you know, keep you from, it kind of retain you in a way to keep you from just going the way that you want to go. Yeah, completely off, man. That's going off to be like, I can do a little something, or I have leverage and sin. Or Jake used the terminology, where there's no law, there's no sin. That's like almost presumptuous in a way, man. That's why we don't use that as a springboard, right? But Jake used that when you want to do something that's borderline or teed on, right? Which you know he's supposed to walk on eggshells. Great,
if I could say, hey, you know, the mind of the elect is going to always want to put off as much mistakes as possible.
Of course.
Knowing that they can't fully do it on this side, but they're going to strive for that. Yep. You know, like the scripture says, striving for mastery.
If that means denying yourself, man.
That's right.
You know, when you be around these group of people, you go off, you be in this type of element, drinking or whatever, you go off, it's best to deny yourself of those things, man. That's right. All right? I'm not saying you can't have them, but hey, you gotta fine tune yourself, man. Critique yourself. Go ahead.
Jacob get with even though we got the knowledge on how to deal with women, Jacob get with a whore. And then that whore could cause you to err, right? Yeah. It don't matter how strong you is, like these things don't really matter, man. When you play with fire, man, that's the only end of that result is to get burned, man. I don't know what else can happen. It's either you gonna miss, that's it. That's the last result of it. Right. So we gotta watch that. But
yeah, what the scripture say? Pity not a charmer
that's bitten by a charm,
bitten by a snake,
bitten by a serpent.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what you're dealing with. Why fuck with it, man?
Yeah.
And guess what? If you a snake charmer, you're gonna get bit. It's just like boxing. You can beat Floyd Mayweather, even Floyd Mayweather to you gonna get hit with a punch, man.
Yes.
You're gonna get rocked.
But like you say, he properly prepared for all his opponents.
Right.
So what Floyd never did, he never underestimated nobody. That's why so that means he prepared for all his fights out. That's why he one of the best. It says, leave thy hedge and the serpent shall bite you. That's it. Go ahead.
He's Ecclesiastes.
And then we get what y'all got. I got some precepts too. Yeah, I ain't even getting another precept.
Ecclesiastes 10:8, it says, "He that diggeth a pit shall fall into it."
Right. So if you dig a pit, you're gonna fall into it. Now let's climb into that a little bit. What are you digging the pit for? First and foremost, like you ain't burying nobody in the grave. It's like what are you really doing? We don't purposely go out and dig a plot. Be like this where I'm gonna lay myself with my fathers in 2030. Like we don't. A pit is a trap or a snare, but you build a trap or a snare. A lot of times Jake build a trap or a snare for himself, and then he'll weep about falling into it, man. Right? So his thought pattern of walking on eggshells completely left his mind, man. If you build a snare or trap or lead yourself and you fall in there, don't weep, my brother. Don't weep now because you the one set yourself up for that failure. Go ahead.
It's like that cliche saying, you make your bed, you lay it.
You landed. Same
Thing.
same analogies. I mean, you can wear them on a scale. You know, you make a snare for yourself. Don't weep, my man. Get in that damn snare and get overtaken. Go ahead.
It says, "And whoso breaketh the edge,
Yeah.
the serpent shall bite."
So when you break the edge, you break the eggshells you walking on, man. Then you're gonna get the yoke on your feet. When you get the yoke on your feet, you gonna slip, my man. Things gonna get slippery. You're gonna be on a slippery slope. So Jake play with a slippery slope a lot because they got the name of the Lord. They understand the Levitical laws, the dietary laws, the marital laws, different things of that nature. All right, they know they liberties. A lot of time, Jake liberties the strong because they're what they are. They are liberty. So Jake could give height occasion into it, all right, which caused him to give access occasion to it, and now he can't come back from his liberties. Now what? The snare, the hole is too big, or it's too deep for him to climb out, man. You know, just because we got the word of the Lord, man, don't mean we could get ourselves out of holes. All right, but go ahead. You finished?
That's it.
You had something?
Yeah, I had another one backing up the point that y'all made earlier.
Go ahead. Then we.
This is 1 Corinthians 9:25. It says, "And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible." And I got that word temperate. It says to be self-controlled. Because if you're walking on eggshells, you got to learn to control yourself. Especially if you're striving for the masteries, you're striving to try to get to the kingdom of heaven. You got to be able to control yourself, knowing that it's eggshells that we walking on.
Man, you can't go into no situation saying, "Man, I got this truth." Why you gotta buck yourself up of having the truth, man? Jake do that a lot of times. Jake go in a situation, man, because I got this truth. That's obvious. Like, what are we doing? Are you giving yourself self-confidence saying that? Like, why you gotta remind yourself that you got the truth? If you walking in it, you ain't gotta remind yourself of something. A person that's doing something, executing, the Lord don't never remind himself that he's the Lord. When you actually think about that, he don't got to do anything to remind himself that he's the Lord. He know that his hand created all things. So same with us with action, with wisdom. We got to know that if you're going into a situation to be like, "Man, I'm going to walk into this, but I got this truth." What are you doing?
Started turning to pride now.
It is even a more or less of a pride thing. You trying to sway yourself. Yeah. But if you fully persuaded all the way, you ain't got to sway yourself into nothing, man. You know?
I got one real fast.
Go ahead, Al.
This is Sirach chapter 18, verse 30. It says, "Go not after thy lust, but retain thyself from thy appetite."
Yeah, your appetites is your concupiscence, the things you desire. All right, there's a desire in this thing it's not comely, man. All right, and most of the times when we walk on eggshells and we don't do that which the Lord tells us, we do the thing that we desire more or less than what we need to do. It turns into a desire. Now with desires, is a burning, or
everything is lawful but not expedient.
Everything is lawful but not expedient. It says they got a cliche that your desire is on fire, and then your desire is burning, man. All right, the things we need versus the things we desire is a great gulf fix between the two, and we got to know how to always separate them in the truth, man. But go ahead, brother. You got something? Bring out what you got. And then we're gonna get some of these precepts out of the way.
This is Sirach chapter 5, and it started 2. "Follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart, and say not, who shall control me from my works? For Yahawah will surely revenge thy pride. Is the point. Say
Wait. It says, who shall control me for my works? All right. The Lord gave us this truth, but remember the Lord controlling us.
Right.
What, Jake forgot about that? That's why I always say, man, it's, it's the Lord that's doing everything. Yeah, the Lord put us in a mindset or state to where we think we are actually handling and making all the decisions. Let's make every decision, man. Have we forgotten about this? Have this escaped our mind? Have this escaped our mind, Jake? All right, remember the Lord is assisting us in all our decisions, man. Everything. All right, at least we were go ahead out.
Verse 4, say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me?
Yep, go ahead.
For Yahawah is long suffering, he will in no wise let thee go.
Right, so you can't escape the hand of the Lord. The Lord ain't going in no wise let thee go, man. All right. Remember that judgment is not executed speedily. All right, but it's still that there's a judgment there. The Lord hold a judgment for mercy, and that in no means will nobody clear the guilty. All right, as it says in Exodus, man. You see, that ain't nobody. He'll wait till the third and fourth generation to get your ass. The Lord will wait 1,000 years to get you, man. All right, so we gotta be, always, respecting that of the Lord, man. That's all you have. All right, give me that. Habakkuk. Yeah, give me that.
It's Habakkuk chapter 3 and verse 2.
Let me get that. Go ahead, read it.
It reads, O Lord, I have heard thy speech and was afraid.
Yeah, and what?
And I was afraid.
So we hear the Lord's speech every day. The words. I was reading First Kings last night, and I saw where when the Lord put Solomon on the throne, David told him before his death, and this, brothers have read it. I have read it before, but I just got intricate with it. And so when he put Solomon on the throne, right, Solomon got on there, but David told him to remember his enemies. And then it was Adonijah or whatever that took the throne without David consent. And what happened was Adonijah turned around and asked Bathsheba to have the wife that David was the little damsel that went into David, man. And Solomon killed him. All right, first Solomon didn't kill him for what he did, but then he came asked for the damsel that David never popped her. But anyway, Solomon killed him, man. And Solomon was more or less his daddy was the killer. But Solomon even killed him. Samuel killed men, all right, like the prophets or whatever. But still, it's just the thought of what these men are do. All right, when you get into it, man. Go ahead.
It reads, O Lord, revive thy work in the midst of the years, in the midst of the years, make known. In wrath, remember mercy.
Right. So in wrath, remember mercy. So why would it say remember mercy and wrath? Because wrath is coming. All right. And if we do poor judgments and lack certain decisions we have to make, man, we're going to get that wrath, man. All right. Mercy is wrath. All right. And wrath is mercy sometimes for us, man. But it says when we hear the speech of the Lord, we got to be afraid. We got to remember to remind ourselves of the work of the Lord, that the work the Lord have already did, man, and his judgments. All right. The Lord is known for his judgments. How you think we know the Lord today? From his judgments. It ain't from his creations. We know the Lord from his judgments that he have done to his creations, man. All right. Yeah. You good? That was it. That's good. Y'all got something? Give me if a brother don't have now. You got something, Bayan?
Come. I got Sirach 17, and I'm trying to know what all that, but I'll just jump straight to the point. This is Sirach 17 and 25. It says, return unto the Lord and forsake thy sin. Make thy prayer before his face and offend less.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Turn again to the Most High and turn away from iniquity, for he will lead thee out of darkness into the light of health, and hate thou abomination vehemently. But like I said, the point really was in 25 to offend less, having, like the brothers was talking about, control, and also, knowing that you're going to fuck up, we're going to fuck up. And I wanted to bring out an analogy how the elder brought out the boxing, But you know, it could go into all sports of knowing that the game is not going to be played perfectly. You know what I'm saying? But it's some things that you can limit and walk wisely and do things that won't really fuck you up at the end. You know, you don't want to stack up everything. You don't want to stack up your sins with the iniquity, but you know, just offend less.
Yeah, we gotta watch. And it goes all back down to being careful. All right, the Lord gave us wisdom to be careful, not to have to make it when we have made a mistake. Wisdom is to keep you from making mistakes. Jake haven't realized that yet. It ain't we gonna fall, but Jake used that as a springboard. Right? Oh man, fall 7 times. Now I'm not gonna be over righteous, right? But you don't be over wicked either. All right, so go ahead.
Start to do like the shit that Israel was doing back in the day.
Get leverage.
Sacrifice and sitting doves and goats aside just to go do wickedness, man. Knowing that you got a leeway to sacrifice those doves, you know what I'm saying? Or basically, you know what's up, man, but you purposely doing shit to be wicked, man. And right, you can't play the Most High. The Most High ain't no sucker, man.
That's right.
All right, like you just playing on him, which many guys try to do, man. You gotta forgive me, huh?
Yeah, you
gotta forgive me.
But you go do something to be forgave.
Yeah.
That's off, man. Hey, the brother gonna forgive me anyway. What are you? That's forward. That's having a forward mind, man. No, you're gonna stumble into things, right. You know. But the Lord even tell us to watch how we stumble. Like you got, is lessons on everything. You know. Again, we don't be over righteous, but when we go into the word of the Lord, we gotta dissect it perfectly, man. We gotta dissect it completely. All right, we can't be half stepping and dissecting what we won't dissect. Nah, go into all the intricate parts of it. All right, go ahead.
I'm trying to say, hey, what's the point of having wisdom if you're gonna keep making the same mistakes?
Yeah.
Wisdom is to help us walk better.
Yeah.
Not to help us walk regular like other people.
To offend less.
Huh.
But the only way to offend less is to know what you're offending of. Jake knows some of the offenses and be, oh God, you know.
And play crazy.
7 times 7, brother.
Nah.
It's not, man.
That's wicked. That's
off. That's off. Give me Psalm 77. Your brother got something. The right con. And 9. Brother's got him, huh? Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 77, verse 9. It says, had the Most High forgotten.
Start 7. Start at 7.
It says, will the Lord cast off forever? And will he be favorable no more?
The reason why there's question marks because the minute the Lord don't be favorable no more or cast off, we completely consume, man. That's why it says in Lamentations that it is of the Lord that we're not consumed. It's of the mercies of him. So the minute is question marks behind this, because if the Lord don't be favorable unto us, man, there's no grace for us. There's no place for grace. Go ahead out.
Verse 8, it says, is his mercy clean gone forever?
Is his mercy clean gone forever? Well, we know that's not because the Lord's mercies endure forever. All right? His tender mercies and cares, but go ahead.
It says, does his promise fail forevermore?
Yup. Go ahead. That's not so, but go ahead.
Had the Most High forgotten to be gracious?
Yeah.
Had he in anger shut up his tender mercies? Selah.
So he in his anger, he haven't shut up his tender mercies unto us. But if we continue to fail in wisdom, then there's a debt promise unto us. Basically, the Lord, like if you fail in wisdom or don't retain the wisdom, there's a promise of debt to you. And that's what he have cast upon the 2/3. So his love for the 2/3, his mercy have gone unto them. It have gone away for them to get reparations of salvation. Right. It's clean gone from them. All right, which he have spoken multiple times in the scriptures. Sirach, different, chapters. Right, he have said, look, my mercy from them is gone for a salvation here in the flesh, but in the kingdom, my mercy will come back. So technically, they still get it. But go ahead, brother.
That was it.
No, this go to 10 was the point.
It says, and I said, this is my infirmity, but I will remember the years of the right hand of the Most High.
Right. So this is the thing that affects him. All right, knowing these things of him, but he gonna remember the years of the right hand of the Most High. Now, what lies at the right hand of the Most High? First of all, YAHAWASHI, which comes with judgment, salvation, but it also come with chastisement. That's right. See, Jay gonna leave things out. Oh, that's the right hand, but it's good. No, call everything that's on the right hand. That's it on the right side, man. You got chastisement, you got long suffering, you got wrath, you got mercy, rebuke. All these things, compassion, all these things is at the right hand. But this is, like David said, this is my infirmity. An infirmity is something that's what? Permanently in you, man. I ran until the Lord called it back. Okay, but go ahead, y'all brothers, bring out y'all got.
Huh? Even Paul spoke of that too. About how he had that thorn in his flesh, man.
Buffet.
You know, that buffeted him. And we all got significant thorns in our flesh, all right, and on this side, man. All right? You know, it could be little things, major things, you know what I'm saying? But it all is here to buffet us, man, to make us aware we just mortal men right now on this side. And we got to continue to keep on that right path.
Right. Keep us, man. Go ahead, what y'all got, brother. Y'all bring them out in any order. But Sylvia, you go.
Just that word presumptuous. You quoted this earlier, but let me get in the scriptures first. It says Psalms 19, and let's start at 11. It says, "Moreover, by them is thy servant warned, and in keeping of them is their great reward. Who can understand his errors? Cleanse thou me from secret faults." Right, meaning, so you got faults that you're aware of, but you also have lusts and desires of this world that are lawful. What did Paul say? All things are lawful, but not expedient.
Yeah, the other said.
So you got things that you're doing in this walk right now that's completely lawful according to the scriptures, but can take you away from the Lord. That's a secret fault. It's something that's just for you. Another brother can handle it, but you can't handle it. It says,
and that also shows that it's overbearing, because the secret fault is overbearing to the flesh, right? But we in the flesh. See, Jake don't have mind. It's like it's the flesh first. Like Jake just look at the spirit, brother. You jump in the spirit. Nah, man, you in the flesh. You in the flesh. You can't pass that up. That's all I be trying to tell Jake. Jake, like, that man wants you to dwell in the flesh, brother. Like, nah, brother. It's how big that which is first natural is spiritual. I always say that. You got to correct that. You can't just push past that like that. All right, go ahead.
You can't just sit around in the lotus position every day, just meditate all day.
Man.
We're in the world. We got to do things, man.
Yeah.
It says, "Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins. Let them not have dominion over me." And this is the word presumptuous. It says, "Failing to observe the limits of what is permitted or appropriate."
Read that again.
It says, presumptuous. Failing to observe the limits of what is permitted or appropriate.
Failing to observe the limits of what? That's what?
Permitted or appropriate.
Right. So that's just like that. That reminds me of the statutes, the limitations. You know what I'm saying? They fail to permit it, right? And what you permit, you promote. So whatever you're going beyond, or you stopping behind that, or going past this, pushing past that, not having enough of this, man. Read that again, brother. Lord, that's heavy.
The presumptuous, failing to observe the limits of what is permitted or appropriate.
Yeah. So doing things that's lawful, but maybe not expedient. And then once it don't become expedient, it becomes sin unto you. That's what Jake don't understand. Well, it ain't lawful. You know, it's kind of not expedient, ain't in season. If something not in season, is off. It don't really matter what it is. You could do a verse, a precept not in season, a speech, a lesson. If it's not in season, it's not that it's going off per se, because it's in righteousness, but still it's not in time. Everything is mostly done in time, man. So you won't be on point to be in time or in season. You want to say something?
Yeah, that's with everything. Even rebuke.
Rebuke.
You could be 100% correct in rebuking somebody.
But you do it 3 weeks later.
Yeah, it could be out of season.
It's out of, what are you doing? Brother, I forgot this. You know, so you got to even be on point with that. Right? So it's failure to observe the limitation, the time of it, you know, or what you doing, man. Go ahead.
This is what King David said. He said, "Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins. Let them not have dominion over me. Then shall I be upright, and I shall be innocent from the great transgression."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The way you don't kill yourself. The dominion have the rule over you, man. You got to be able to observe these statutes and laws and stay behind enemy line. When you break a hedge, a serpent gonna bite you. He didn't say a serpent might bite you, right? If you break a wall with snakes in it, what you think gonna come out and get you, brother? Jake, break the wall. Boom, I ain't know no snakes was in the wall. That's what it say when you read that NLT. That breaking the wall, a snake gonna bite him. That's it. Whatever serpent in that wall is gonna get you, you know, behind that wall. That's why the Lord make that example.
I was just gonna say, hey,
And the scriptures also tell you what? That Satan walk around like a lion.
Yeah.
You feel me? Waiting to devour you. So that once, like the brother said, once you break that hedge, they gonna always have that threat right there, ready to get your ass.
Satan waiting for you to get from behind. You know how Jake say you behind enemy lines?
Yeah.
What's that movie we watched with the dude with the arm, the electric arm, outside the wire? Outside, it was outside something. But Satan waiting for you to get behind a wall of protection.
Get from around your protection.
Once you get from around your protection, it's free game. You in the world now. Satan like, I got the whole world. He gave me this. All right. So once we get from outside of our little world, that little sanctuary that the scriptures speak about, we playing Satan game. It don't matter how much truth you got. What I always say, the world is strong. Did we ever do a lesson on that? The world is strong.
Yeah, we did.
We did a lesson on it.
I think so.
It's the world is powerful. Jake think, that's another thing. Jake want to take up on the whole world because he got wisdom of the Lord. I'm about to fight. I'm going to fight the world.
That's the daredevil spirit.
That's the daredevil spirit. Then you got the man that get that in Maccabees when he went stab the elephant and he fell on him. Yeah, just because you had strength to go run down on the king, and because he was slaying everything till he got to the king. So he had great skill. But then got to the king and died, man, when he stabbed the elephant, man. He was presumptuous.
He was trying to make a name for himself,
Yeah.
too, though. You know, you got those type of jakes too. They're only around to gain knowledge so they can try to go do their own thing and be their own man. You know, which the Lord ain't down with that spirit, man. You know?
Preeminence.
Yeah, seeking preeminence, seeking to be the man. You only have a YouTube page giving reverence to the elders and the apostles and YAHAWASHI just so you can get views.
Get views, yeah.
All right? So you can make a name in Israel.
Really, our name is nothing here, technically, according to the scripture, because it says the names that's written in heaven. Really, our name is really written in heaven. That's where it's really popping at. So to have a name is, if YAHAWASHI came a little reputation, it wasn't about his name. Now, his name has significance and important because we call on it for salvation as a nomen omen.
Yeah, our fame and our notoriety is going to be in the kingdom, man.
That's it.
You trying to get fame and notoriety amongst a bunch of wicked-ass people and a bunch of people online for what?
I'm going to prove that.
There's nothing profited in that shit, man.
I'm going to prove that. Give me Nehemiah 13 and 14. Let me get that. I'm going to prove. Say that again,
Yeah, you only sitting here trying to get notoriety and fame amongst a bunch of wicked-ass people online and whatever. It's really for nothing, man. Our fame is gonna come in the kingdom. That's what we're gonna vast and get a chance to actually dwell in our fame for what we done over here in the works of the Lord, man.
Beautiful. That's
where you get famous. This what makes you famous. This is what's gonna make you famous in the kingdom.
Right.
Right. This is what happens now. How we fought so hard and stood so boldly and stiffly for the Lord over here, behind enemy lines, in the trenches, man.
That's right.
All right. You're gonna get fame in the kingdom. You're gonna get notoriety. That's what so and so. He was in.
That's where is it?
The New Orleans part of Babylon.
That's it.
You know, getting it in, man. This one was in California, Dallas. This brother was in DC, Florida, in the trenches, man, preaching for the Lord. Not to get up here and try to be on Dancing with the Stars and some movie fucking. That's the wrong type of fame, man. You getting fame for Satan, all right? You doing Satan's bidding. We doing YAHAWASHI's bidding, man. Right. All right. I want to be the man, and we hope to be the man in the kingdom, man. Like I said, with that one in the Maccabees, all right, giving a reverence to famous men, something like that.
Yeah, 44. It's 44.
44.
Yeah, it's 44. The fame, it says in Zephaniah that the Lord gonna give us fame where we was put to shame, but it's gonna be heard in the earth of our fame. The same place where they put us to shame at, our fame gonna be up, but it's gonna be when we in the kingdom.
Let me get it real fast.
We ain't getting the fame here like that while everything is going. No, the fame is gonna be heard in the ears of everybody once our kingdom from heaven have came down, man.
Right.
And prior to that, you know what else coming into power and everything. Go ahead.
This is Sirach chapter 44, verse 1. It says, "Let us now praise famous men and our fathers that begot us."
Yeah, we can't get praise. We can't get praise real quick while we're in captivity right now, Yagana.
Right.
Who gonna say, look at this man right here. Look at this great glory and this wisdom that's on this crown and this glorious double robe of honor on him. We can't get it.
And we can't even enjoy our fathers that begot us. Because who begot us in the truth? the elder apostles. We can't enjoy the elders how we want to.
Yeah.
Actually, it was a question because we gotta go to fucking work. We gotta fly and plane tickets and all that. We can't enjoy those men how we would want to. We can't even, you can't do it how to the fullness there is because you're in this captivity, man. All right, but it says that the Lord has wrought great glory by them through his great power from the beginning. Such did bear rule in their kingdoms, men renowned for their powers, giving counsel by their understanding, and declaring prophecies.
But
man.
bear rule where?
Right, it says bear rule in their kingdoms.
Well, is we in our king?
Nope.
So that's when you gotta praise famous men. I don't. Again, that's neither here nor there. But go
It
ahead.
says for leaders of the people by their counsels and by their knowledge of learning meet for the people.
Yeah, well, that's when we occupying thrones, the set thrones of David. That's when those men gonna be famous per se. Go ahead.
It says wise and eloquent in their instructions.
Yeah.
Such as found out musical tunes and recited verses in writing.
Yeah.
Rich men, all right, flourished with abilities, living peacefully in their habitations.
Living peacefully in their habitation. This is not our rest, as it says in Micah. Come up out of her. All right. So there's nowhere to be famous here. Whether it's with money, because with money you
grieve and stress.
You grieve and stress to watch after. It says a man watch. He stay woke all day to watch after his riches, man. To watch his, that's stressful mentally, man. Go ahead.
It says all these were honored in their generations and were the glory of their times. All right. And this is a good part right here. It says there be of them that have left a name behind them that their praise might be reported. Can't happen over here.
Yeah.
How you going to leave a name for a place that's going out? All right.
Yeah. It's going to die. It's going to die over there. So there's a report in heaven. Yeah. That's why the names written in heaven are so important. Because that's where your name going to flourish at.
I look at this brother because I know he know about it. She know about it too. We ain't leaving the name to be on Rap Report.
Hell no.
All right. No exposed and shit.
Tripping.
There ain't no name to be left, man.
Tripping is gonna be put out. They got a name that there's a lot of names over here gonna get put. Every name gonna get put out over here except the names written under heaven, right? And those that cleave, that number John couldn't see. But besides those 144,000 men, the 12,000 tribe, or each tribe,
you niggas do it over here for wicked niggas.
Yeah,
like gangster and shit. Black and white picture of him in the projects.
You get a mural. You get a mural for being a nigga. A mural, a nigga mural. It was a whole cutout of the nigga.
Bullshit fame amongst wicked niggas. We gonna get fame in the kingdom, man. By walking on eggshells now. That our sure foots help us to get salvation to make it to the kingdom, man. This is not our lot over here, man. This is not our rest, as they say in the scriptures, man. All right. So when it's not your rest, you're not comfortable. All right. You're never gonna be comfortable, man, because you walk in. Like David said, man, we walk through the valley of the shadow of death. That's here. You're not comfortable here. See, knowing that every move that you make, every time you go out and about, you might get put down, man. You know?
Yeah. You could have a fucking car accident, anything.
Anything over here.
This is ridiculous. And then you just forgotten, because here, hey, people don't fucking remember you, right?
Nah, man.
Your works follow you. But people don't even know the works that you do for the Lord. Only the Lord and the angels know that. That's why the importance is that. Huh?
Only wicked niggas, they giving a fucking tribute to Soldier Slim after 30 years of being dead. That's not, and then any other nigga don't remember you, man. Go your ass to jail over here. Go to prison.
You're gonna be forgotten.
Or go to fucking die, man. They're gonna put the first 2 years, they're gonna put flowers out there, call you all that shit, then they're gonna forget about you. Forget about you, man. Forget about you, man.
Yeah, what it says, a living dog is better than a dead lion.
Yeah, man.
Or something like that. Bring that Nehemiah out, but this is where we get that fame from. I got you next to the word, brother. Bring the Nehemiah.
This is Nehemiah 13 and 14.
Yep.
Remember me, on my power, concerning this.
Concerning this, right? So Nehemiah telling the Lord to remember him concerning this. Please give good ear to this. Go ahead.
And we doing the same thing with this truth. Lord, remember us that we done this, man.
He about to say it.
Yeah,
Let him get it, brother. A praise dog. Go ahead.
And wipe not out my good deeds that I have done for the house of my power.
Read that again, man. No, read that again. Remember me, all my power concerning this. Nehemiah ain't say other things. All right? Concerning this. Go ahead,
And wipe not out my good deeds that I have done for the house of my power.
The good deeds he done for the house of his power. Now, what's in the house of his power? His men, his righteousness, his thrones, his glory, right? Nehemiah telling the Lord, hold up, Lord, remember this right here, right? Go ahead. This bugness, man.
And for the offices thereof.
And for the offices thereof. So the whole house, all the offices in there, brothers got offices. He broke that breakdown, everything of what we doing in this truth right here, man. That one precept. All right, read that again. And brothers, listen to this closely. Brothers in the comment board, and brothers, man, this happy right here, man. Go ahead.
This is Nehemiah 13, verse 14. Remember me, O my power.
YAHAWAH, go ahead.
Concerning this
right here, go ahead.
And wipe not out my good deeds that I have done for the house of my power.
That's our works that's following us, man. All right, that's what count. This would count in Nehemiah. Why you ain't pray for other things? All right, go ahead, brother.
And for the offices thereof.
And for the offices thereof. So whatever the offices consisted of, he got busy with and doing. All right, whether it's being brotherly, all right, giving alms, whatever he had to do for the men that was in the offices with him, man. Everything he did good towards them, everything was done good towards him, man. And Nehemiah was a chosen man of the Lord. He got a book of the Lord. He chose him. Go ahead, that was it. That was it. What y'all brothers bring out what y'all got? I'll get one more.
I got this
Get out your go bring that word out.
because brothers was going in on famous, and actually we the complete opposite. We're infamous, right? And this is infamous in the online etymology. It reads, not well known. It says, famous for badness, which this badness towards the world, right? This is a good thing, which we understand that, but towards the world, this is a bad thing. But it reads, it says,
We're the only real enemies of this world. All right? All these different religions and all of these different movements that's so-called about justice, they're all really about the Rothschild staying in power, Esau staying in power, Jake staying at the bottom. It doesn't matter. We're the only enemies of the world.
that's right. It says not celebrated. Right? And I just wanted to bring that out because, hey, like the brothers went into, you got men who seeking fame on this side, and we're bringing on infamy without even trying, man. You know, through the power and spirit of YAHAWASHI, so we can be famous in the world to come. You know, but you got it out.
Yeah, we got to make sure we treat the eggs as the truth and make sure we don't crush them, because you got the ostrich that crushes his eggs, all right, and just walk on his own children, man. All right, and that's the spirit of this world. All right, in Job, as it says, the ostrich that crushes the eggs. All right, well, if we're watching the eggs as the truth, we're not gonna crush it, man, because you don't want to trample this truth under your feet. It says, give not thy pearls to the swine, meaning don't give this word a great value to those that and have them that trample it under their feet. All right, because they got people that trample the word of the Lord under their feet, which the ostrich trample the eggs. And the eggs is what we walking on, man. This the truth. All right, so we walk in eggs on our anastrophe. We walk on the eggs with brotherly love. All right, we don't want to trample on anything, so we're walking lightly. All right, to make sure we don't crush or kill that in the earth which don't need it to die, or that don't deserve that, man. And it's true. It's life. It can't die anyways, man. Well, why would you try to be a opposition to this truth and help it die or kill it off, man? Or put this word to death, man. All right? You got something?
I have, this is a Sirach 41 and 12. It says, have regard to thy name, for that thou shalt continue with thee above 1,000 great treasures of gold.
Yeah.
A good life hath but few days, but a good name endureth forever.
Yeah, go ahead and talk about it.
And that's pretty much plain, man. Like you said, that we're not striving for anything, for a big name, a contract, big record deal, so on and so forth. And this, you know, we striving to keep the scriptures to the best of our ability to please the Lord, because we know that at the end we're going to get a name that's going to endure and last forever in our kingdom.
Great eye.
And like Tudor said, everything that we lost on this side, wherever it may be, you know, mothers, fathers, women, you know, whatever, we're gonna get it back. Like the brother said, how many times? 100-fold, man. So who gives a fuck about it now, man? We're gonna get everything that and more in the kingdom, man. So I rather lose it all, right? Even the apostles, the disciples back then, asked YAHAWASHI, and that's what he told them, man. And we believe that, even for us. But the point is, right now, you got to stand stiffly and boldly for the Lord, man, to receive those crowns. In order to get that, it's a step. It's steps to that, man. You can't jump over steps to get that. You got to go through the process. That's the most thrilling part about it, man. Like I brought out before about the lion. The reason why the lion hunts and does his thing, because he loves to go through the process of hiding himself in the thick brush, looking for prey, chasing the prey, killing the prey. And you got it, man. Same thing for us. We have to go through the process, walking on eggshells, slipping and falling, getting back up, instead of striving for the masteries of the scriptures, man. In order to what? Receive salvation. The process. A lot of you guys you don't want to go through the process. Being brotherly, communicating, everything that needs to come with this word. You want to skip the process. It's not going to work.
They got a saying in the world, and of course, I'm just saying, it's not about the destination, which we know it is about the destination, but
it's about the journey.
Yeah, kind of.
It's about the journey, man. Aware of the journey, you learn experience in the road that you journey on, man. The cracks, the crevices on the road, the potholes, the pits. You learn what's going on left and right of you. You see things, man. You go through things. It's the journey. You have to go through the process in this truth, man. You have to get some experience by bumping your fucking head. You learn not to bump your head no more. You know? I know everybody done this in the world. You smash your hand in that fucking cardo. You learn about them cardos real fast, man. All right? You done burnt yourself with the iron. You done burnt yourself on the stove. You learn about heat. You done got your ass bust by your daddy, man. You learn the do's and don'ts. Same thing with this. Wisdom demands discipline in this thing, man. You're going to get your ass bust in this truth. Go ahead. You can't be perfect in this thing. You're going to get rebuked. You're going to go. You might get suspended. You might get kicked out. You might get brought back. You got to learn the process. Go ahead.
Yeah, it says a servant that is continually beaten shall not be without a blue mark. But even the what it is, the wounds, a blueness of the wound cleanse away evil. Yeah. But they say a servant that's continually beaten with shall not be without that blue mark. But that blue mark is a reminder that he's getting chastised going through. And we understand that. We watch that. We see that. Brothers like, man, I'm just going through it. Brothers gonna call, like, man, I'm just getting my ass bust. Brothers like, I don't even got no words, brother. Because the brother you telling it to getting his ass bust. They're like, bro, I got the same blue marks you got, you know, if not more. Yeah. We striped up together. That's so right. A servant is continually beaten, all right, or continually chastened, man. And the Lord continually chasts us, man. But he continuously nurture us too. Right. You know, like this is why I whipped your ass. The blue mark is a reminder of that. That's why I said the blueness of the wound cleanses away evil. So they got to be a blue mark, man, like the elder was saying, you know. Yep. But go ahead, let's get that and get out of here.
Yeah, this is another analogy going into walking on eggshells. It's 2 Ezra 7, verse 6. There's also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and it's full of all good things, which is the kingdom of heaven. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water.
Yeah, because the truth is fragile. And when you see the content or the temperate of eggs, what are they? Anything almost the eggs. Jay got the eggs walking out Walmart like them is delicate, man. So the Lord, like, y'all could treat eggs delicate like this, but I gave y'all the word of the Lord. I gave y'all YAHAWASHI. And you don't. Brothers don't even put the eggs. You'll bug out if you put the eggs in the back of the trunk with all the groceries, brother. You'll bug out. Under some of the groceries. You just take all the bags out. You even watch other boxes of shit you put in there. Even when I put the groceries in the back of the car, I put in there with water. I put the waters in there, you know, put stuff on top, put boxes on that. Like, it is.
Yeah, you got men that treat the word the same way. They don't give a fuck.
They don't care.
They don't care, man.
As if this word is clothed about with death. This word is clothed about with life, man. It's the only way for us to live. But Jacob put the eggs in the trunk, man. And put the waters on top of eggs. And then get mad when a bag is caught all egged up. Eggs stink, you know, yoked up.
And this thing really, this truth is really one-on-one to you.
Yeah.
It's only the Lord is only this is word out 144 times.
Yeah.
So you might have got it. You might be the 10th person to get it out of 144,000. Once you damage it, once you fuck it up, that's it.
You can't taste. It said that when you taste this word, you can't call YAHAWASHI again. You put him to an open shame.
Yeah.
So that carding the eggs was specifically for you. Now, it's a good analogy. We use the eggs because when you get eggs, you got a amount of eggs in there. So say Jay crack an egg here too. You know the Lord like they gonna wiggle a little bit because they carrying it, they juggling everything. I got chastisement, I got afflictions, infirmities, I got slavery on them. Like so, they gonna wiggle a little with their eggs, but the goal is to keep as many eggs in your carton as you could keep, man. All right, that's why he gave us a number, you know. So like they gonna have a little miscues. All right, I put the miscues in front of them so they could drop an egg here or there, man. But they can learn, you know. But that's that's pretty much the point. I get super over elaborate, but in it out, yeah.
It says, and only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could be one man to go there at once.
That's it. Go ahead, break it down now.
Yeah, so just walking on eggshells, man. There's only one of us, like the elder just said, only one man at a time is gonna get this truth. You can't come in on another man's labors. You can't be willy-nilly with your eggs because this brother got 12 eggs left. I could break 6 of mine.
Yeah.
That's all, man.
Yeah, and then we'll back it up at the talents.
Yeah.
You gotta twerk the talents. You gotta deal with what the Lord gives you, man.
We can't switch talents. We can swap. Or we can't switch them. I can't get his talents, but he can implement, or whatever. Like his personal talents is what's in his eggs card. It's in his egg card. If I take eggs out of my card and put them in yours, they both eggs still. It's just eggs out. So it's similar. But we do implement our talents in each other, right? And you use it, right, to help your talent grow. Only our talents grow each other's talents. That's why the Lord gave them to us.
Iron sharpening iron.
Iron sharpening iron. That's what talents are, to grow yours. Like you use mine to develop yours, and vice versa. Yeah.
In that parable, YAHAWASHI judged every man according to his talent.
To his talent, right? So your talent is yours. Like it's for you. Your measure. Your measure of it. So how many eggs you got in the carton is yours, man. But I pretty much said that's all you had, brother. Y'all good? All right, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. To those that plead to the body, brothers listening, all right, understand the temperance in which the way we walk. And we rough men, the Lord made us rough men, all right, but he gave us a fragile thing to carry, all right, that he may balance the two. So I will rock this out. It was edifying, man. To the next time, we won't give infinite honors and prayers to YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, Microchip. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to the Akams that's pushing the truth and sincerity. Till the next time, we'll see Shalawam.
Shalawam.
Oh, that.